Hi everybody, this is Donna. Welcome to my channel, Restore Glory. Welcome again. As I promised in my previous video, I was going to put together a video of this amazing antique mall, several antique mall thrift haul. I put this little intro video in the beginning so you guys can kind of at least get a preview of everything that I'm going to show you up close. Because when I tell you this is my most epic haul that I've had in the many years that I have been reselling. This is pretty epic, and so I am so excited. As I mentioned in my previous video, a lot of the items that you see here, particularly the ones that are Amber and Amberina, I'm going to be selling on my WhatNot show on August the 29th. I have a show, and I'll put the link on the bottom of this video. I have a show on my WhatNot channel. It's titled Amber, Amberina, and Some Halloween. It's on Monday, August the 29th at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So most of the items that you see here that are Amber, Amberina, including an amazing, very, very tall, I think it's a Viking swung vase. That'll be there as well. Just amazing. And so if you guys can, please feel free to stop by that channel. As I mentioned in my previous video, I am not abandoning my YouTube channel. What I'm literally trying to do is just to push some items out of my inventory. WhatNot affords me that opportunity to do that because things move so quickly, and the audience with WhatNot is so large that it helps me to move inventory off of my not all out of my shed, that is, and then I can get new stuff. I can definitely bring new stuff. So I'll be posting videos here periodically with my hauls, and particularly now that I found a honey hole, I'm definitely going to be posting a lot of haul videos as it relates to these amazing vintage and antique shops that I found recently. And then so I'll be doing those periodically. And then my plan also is to but do more sales on YouTube. So please stay tuned for any of that. If you guys are interested in this content, please feel free to like and subscribe. And again, I will put links to my WhatNot channel on the bottom here. And then when I do upload any type of video, whether it's not promos for my WhatNot sales or just hauls here, please do hit the subscribe button so you'll be notified. So having said all of that, I had to pull out my Starbucks cup for this haul. I literally did. As you guys saw in that preview, there is a ton of stuff. Now, again, not that I'm trying to tease you, but on the back end of this video, I'm going to show you two amazing Fenton pieces that I got such a great deal. I had to, actually, it's three pieces that I'm going to show you on the end. Two are Fenton, and one is an amazing swan glass. I've never ran across anything this tall in my entire life, but I'll show you that on the back end. So if you guys can just hang in there with me, I promise you, you're going to go ooh and ah at the end of this video. This is probably going to take a minute, so grab yourself some Starbucks coffee. Not that I'm promoting Starbucks, but grab yourself some type of beverage, whatever that is, and hang in there with me, because I think you guys are going to be pretty goo gaga with the items that I have here. So so hang in with me. So let me just take a quick sip. That's good. All right. So everything that I got here, it either came from the antique mall, or let me back up. Some of the items that I have in my stash here, actually, not only am I a seller on WhatNot, I'm also a buyer. So some of the items that I have here, what did I do with them? Oh my God. Hold on one second. Stand by, guys. All right, guys, sorry about that. There is an item that I just wanted to make sure that I had in my inventory here, because I wanted to show you. So as I was saying before, not only am I a seller on WhatNot, I'm also a buyer, and I have found some amazing items from some amazing sellers at great prices. And so that way it'll allow me to price these items on Etsy at really good deals. So when I get to those items that I purchased on WhatNot, I'll be sure to let you know. And then again, just know that I'm going to eventually put those up on my Etsy shop. And again, guys, if there's anything that you see here as we go through all of these items, there's anything that you see that you like, please do let me know. Leave me a comment, and we can work something out or whatever. Everything here has not been listed on Etsy yet. I'm 100% sure that this has not been listed yet. All right. So I feel like I need to take a deep breath. Whew, okay. All right. So the first item I'm going to show, I'm going to start with some of the small items first. All right. And again, the items that you see here that are Amber and Amberina, they will be available for sale on my WhatNot live sale on Monday, August the 29th at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, so the first item I'm going to show you is this beautiful amber colored. It is a beautiful, I think it's a bunny. At first I was going to say a rabbit, but I think it's a bunny. I'm going to call it a bunny. But look at that beautiful amber color, that honey amber color. Isn't that gorgeous? Here's the bottom. I cannot say for sure that it's, you know, anything Murano, but it certainly is clear on the bottom. And it certainly is absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, guys, you guys are going to have to probably get yourself some beverage because this is going to be a long one. All right. But isn't that gorgeous? Just completely, completely gorgeous. Excellent, excellent condition. Everything that I'm showing you initially came from the antique malls. All right. The next item I'm going to show you is it's an Amberina little small pitcher. Look at that gorgeousness. Here's the bottom. Beautiful Amberina color. Just love that. Love, love, love that. The next item is kind of sort of frosted, but it again, and you know, it's so funny, guys. I will mention that most of the items that I have tested with my light, and they do glow. And this one is no exception. It absolutely does glow. This is more frosted. It's like a little small handled. I'm gonna call it a pitcher. I was gonna say bud vase, but it's actually more of a pitcher. But look at that beautiful orange and red color. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Gorgeous. All right, so the next item, I told you this stuff was amazing. Look at that. Beautiful amber color. I'm going to call it a votive. I don't know what else to call it, guys, but I just love, love, love that pattern. See that orange peeping through? And I'm so glad that this is perfect timing because the time of day it is, there's a lot of sunlight coming through my picture window, as you can see. But isn't that stunningly gorgeous? All right, the next item from the antique mall. Hello, gorgeous. My mother used to say that when I was younger. Hello, she used to say that a lot. And when I say that, I miss her because she used to say that a lot. Anyway, it is signed by Leo Ward. You guys may not be able to see that, but it is signed by Leo Ward. And I believe the date is 1994. I can't really make out that last number, but I believe it's 1994. But again, this beautiful, and it does glow, this beautiful amber colored double, I'm going to call it bird of happiness. Look at that. Love, 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 love. Right? I told you. All right, the next item is a beautiful, I'm going to call it a candy dish. Look at that. Gorgeous. As my husband would say, his New Orleans, gorgeous. Gorgeous. The prices were at this particular antique mall were amazing. Amazing. And they were so nice and just so very, very nice. All right, another one, another amber colored, I'm going to call it pressed glass. I guess this is called pressed glass. I'm not really sure, but it reminds me of that. And very beautiful honey colored amber. I'm going to call it just a little bowl. Just lovely. All right, the next item is Amberina, and it is this beautiful, I'm going to call it a compote. It's certainly not, it's too wide for a vase, but I'm going to just call it a compote or a candy dish. Here's the bottom. And it does have a number. It says FL46. I'm not sure what that means. If you guys know, please do enlighten me, because I don't know what that means. But that's gorgeous as well. Hold on one second. Sorry for my head. I had to move some stuff around. And I'm trying to be careful because there's a lot of glass. All right, the next one is a sun catcher, and I totally, oh my God, love this one as well. And at first I thought it was some symbols around the bottom, around the circle, but it's not. It's just more of a design. This looks like a turtle. I'm going to call it a sun catcher. Excuse me. Little amber color sun catcher. Isn't that lovely? Totally love that. You may hear some clinging, so bear with me. And look at this, guys. Love it. Just beautiful amber color, honey amber color. I'm going to just call it just a jewelry box or trinket box, but then it has this stained glass design on the front. Well, you guys see my ring lights. Got to have some lights in the living room. The living room's too dark. But anyway, isn't that gorgeous? You open it up, it's like a little mirror, as you guys can see. Isn't that gorgeous? Here's the bottom. Just absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. I'm trying to get the sunlight to kind of sort of catch it so you guys can see that beautiful. There it is. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my God, I love that. All right, so moving on. Like I said, I'm trying to take my time so you guys can really see these pieces, right? All right, the next one is a carnival glass. Again, I'm going to call this a pedestal compote candy dish. And this carnival glass. This will definitely go into my amber sale. Even though this is carnival glass, I'm putting it in my Amberina sale because it kind of sort of reminds me of a little bit amber. But it's more carnival glass. But this is stunningly beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous as well? Perfect for the fall. Right? All right, the next one, I'm going to call it persimmon because it's definitely more persimmon than anything else, more than persimmon than amber, I suppose. But it's this beautiful handled dish. Here's the bottom. Applied handled dish. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that color. It's so beautiful. Just love it. All right. So the next item is a WhatNot item. I got this from a seller, I'm sorry, on WhatNot. This beautiful art glass, art glass bird in this beautiful turquoise color. Great price, great seller, quick shipping. But I'm going to put this on my Etsy shop. Isn't that gorgeous? Just gorgeous. Look at that. Oh my God. All right, the next item again is a WhatNot buyer. And it is a beautiful, oops. She put my name on it. It is a Fenton bunny. Gorgeous. Look at the bottom. It is signed. There's the Fenton label. It says painted by, I'm not going to even try. But this beautiful iridescent bunny. Gorgeous. Fenton. Thank you to my WhatNot sellers, I tell you. Uh-oh, sorry about that. Sorry about the clinking and the clinking. Be careful, Donnie. You got a lot of glass. All right, so this item, where did this come from? Oh, this item came from an antique store. Yes, it did. Now, I will tell you, it's probably about maybe 8 inches tall. Very beautiful carnival glass vase. Here's the bottom, right? What I will tell you, there is a teeny weeny boo-boo on the bottom. Hold on for a second. I know I saw it. I know I did. Come on, Donna. I know I did. And I bought it knowing that, but I figured it was, oh, here it is. No, that's not it. Hold on a second. I know I saw it, boo-boo. Guys, take my word for it. Oh, there it is. It's right there. It's on the foot, like right there. Like right. It is very teeny. But, hello, still beautiful, right? Very, very pretty. I love, 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 love this. I have a newfound love for this Carnival Glass Orange now. It's like gorgeous. And again, I think this was probably about, if I had to guess, probably about 8 inches tall. So it's not one of the taller ones that I sold. But love, love, love this. Isn't it gorgeous? Just gorgeous. All right, so the next item I'm going to show you, let me just scoot this out of the way, guys. Matter of fact, let me put this baby right there. All right, the next item I'm going to show you is a Blanco picture, B-L-E-N-K-O, Blanco picture. Gorgeous. The Blanco label, the original Blanco label. Beautiful applied handle. Beautiful Amberina color. In excellent, excellent condition. No chips, no cracks. Here's the bottom. A little rough poncho. But it is in excellent, excellent condition, guys. Just excellent. Beautiful. And again, this won't be selling. I'll be selling this on my WhatNot Live on August the 29th. And anything, guys, let me just also say, anything that doesn't sell on my WhatNot, it's just going to go on my Etsy shop, just so you know. But isn't that gorgeous? Gorgeous. All right, the next item is a set of 4. And this was from a WhatNot buyer. And it's a set of 4 lucite napkin holders that have these pressed flowers on the inside. Look at that. It's a set of 4. Aren't these gorgeous? Excellent condition. And on the bottom, the tag does say, made in Taiwan, the Republic of China. So these are absolutely, absolutely vintage. And I love them. Love, 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 love them. So even, I know that a lot of people aren't doing a lot of formal entertaining these days, but if you are, you have a boho or a vintage theme, these would work perfectly. These lucite acrylic napkin ring holders, I would love, love, love to put those in. Again, I'm a meeting planner, so I'm used to designing food and beverage events, so these would be perfect for something vintage and or boho. Love that. All right, guys, I'm trying to get through this because I do have quite a number of items, so hang in there with me. All right, the next item, hold on a second. Just pull this baby up. It's 2 pieces. So this one is another, oh my goodness, iridescent hen on nest. Like, again, I'm finding these like hotcakes. So here's the bottom. I don't believe I've ever showed you this one, guys. Isn't that gorgeous? Beautiful iridescent color. Love, love, love that. This next item I got from a new antique store that I just recently found. I'm going to call it my honey hole from now on. Me and the owner have exchanged numbers, and they kind of sort of get me, I get them. They are new into the business. The guy who is the owner, he's been selling there, he said, for about 30 years. Not only does he sell antique and vintage, he also is a furniture restorer and upholsterer. He does some amazing work here. And I'm so glad that I was able to find him. They just opened like a couple of weeks ago. So I was one of just a few clients who kind of sort of popped in, and when I saw his stuff, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so glad you're in my neighborhood and you're close by. And yeah, it used to be the shop that he opened, it used to be a what do you call it, like a motorcycle club, right? But he totally renovated it, and it looks like an antique shop now. And I'm so very, very happy that I met him and his wife. And so his name is John and Adrienne, and I don't remember the name of their shop, but nonetheless, they are in the state of Maryland, in Clinton, and they have some amazing stuff. So just amazing furniture and amazing WhatNot type stuff. But anyway, this item I found in his shop, and I got to show you how gorgeous, gorgeous this is. Now, I do believe this is Fenton. I think it's Fenton. If it's not, guys, please do correct me. But it almost looks like a Jack in the Pulpit type of dish, if you will, and this beautiful opalescence color. Like gorgeous, gorgeous. I don't think I've ever seen anything this absolutely gorgeous. I've seen some Jack in the Pulpits, but this is gorgeous, right? Just gorgeous. So that I got from that new shop that I found. The next item I got from an antique mall that was a little bit further from my house, but it's just beautiful, ruffled, Amberina colored, ruffled edge. I'm going to call it a compote / candy dish. Just beautiful. This will be on my WhatNot sale on August the 29th. Everything amber and Amberina. Gorgeous. All right, this one came from that. Oops, sorry for the clinging, guys. This one came from the new shop that I just found, and it's a amber carnival glass swung vase. Amazing price. I said yes, please. They call this ribbed, I guess. Here's the bottom. This one's, I got to clean it up a little bit, but no chips, no cracks. Just another swung vase, carnival glass swung vase. Just gorgeous. Absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. All right, so that's that. All right, sticking with that whole Amberina theme. This one came from a antique mall about an hour away from my house. It's a beautiful Amberina colored, I'm just going to call it it almost looks like a cake plate, but it's not. It's just like I'm going to call it a pedestal compote. But you see how big it is, right? And how gorgeous it is if you don't see anything else. Again, this will go on my Amberina show. And if it doesn't sell, then I'm going to put it on my Etsy shop. Isn't that gorgeous? Just absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. Here's the bottom. Very, very rough pencil mark. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a pencil mark that rough. I don't know if you guys can see that. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. All right, let me put this one right here. I got to be careful with all this glass, guys, so bear with me. All right, the next item came from the antique mall, and I definitely paid up for this one, but I knew that I didn't know that I knew it would sell because it's Jim Shore, but I didn't know how much it would sell for. And when I saw the solds, I was like, okay, well, this will probably put a good dent in what I spent. A good dent in what I spent. How about that? So this is Jim Shore. This one is called Friends in the Sea, 2006. Excellent condition. No chips, no cracks, no nothing. Jim Shore, Friends of the Sea, beautiful colored mermaid. Let me just show you the bottom so you guys can see what it looks like. And although I paid up for this one, when I saw the soles on this one in particular, I was like, oh my goodness. Soles. Isn't that gorgeous? I feel like I got to take my time on all this stuff, guys, so you can absolutely see what I saw when I picked all these items up. And although, of course, when you shop at antique malls, the prices are definitely not going to be thrift store prices, but you can find some bargains. And the good thing is that with some of these antique malls, if you buy a bunch of stuff, and they will usually give you a little bit of a discount, particularly if they know you're a dealer. Hold a second. And so I was able to get a lot of these items at great discounts. And so, not this one, but with some of the other stuff. This one was so worth it. When I looked it up and what I paid for it, I'm like, oh my goodness, I'll make that back. Probably 2 times over. All right, so the next item I found at the antique mall. Oh, this one was actually at a thrift store next to the antique mall. So yes, you guys can thank me later. Beautiful, beautiful cobalt blue. I think they call this tree trunk swung vase. Excellent condition. No chips, no cracks, nada. Great price. Love, love, love that. All right, guys. The next item, I think I got this one from Goodwill, actually, now that I think about it. Anyway, it's this beautiful, it's kind of sort of amber a little bit on the bottom, at the bottom of it. Very, very faint orangey color. But it's like a little glass heart. Wish I can show you guys in the light some of the amber. But just a little bit. And so my plan was to put this one in my WhatNot sale on that day, on the 29th. So, there it is. Just a little bit. It's a little paperweight. I thought that was cool. Put that baby right there. Lots of clinging. All right. The next item I got from the new antique shop that's in my area, and it's in poly-esque. The base of it is kind of like this crackle glass, but the top reminds me so much of Empoli. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? Just completely gorgeous. Of just amazing color. I got to clean it up a little bit, but look at that beautiful stopper. Just that color. The stopper alone is gorgeous. Right? And then I think about it, I wonder if this is original. Kind of sort of makes me think that it's not. I mean, it fits, but it's a little loose. And it's kind of odd to have this crackle glass with this. I don't know. Have you guys ever seen this type of decanter? It's almost like, this is how it was sold. It was sold this way, but it's almost like this decanter, this stopper doesn't go with this. Almost. See how loose it is? But beautiful nonetheless, right? So I'm going to have to do a little bit more research on this one. But I know that even these stoppers, people buy these stoppers, right? And crackle glass is pretty popular as well. This beautiful green color. So anyway, I got to do a little bit more research on that and see what I can find out about that. All right, the next item I'm going to show you are two. Oh my goodness, it just went out of my mind. I think they're called coin dot, amber colored candle holders. I may not have that pattern right, but I know you guys know it's a very popular pattern. I believe they call it, maybe it's not coin dot. Anyway, I'll put the description up here somewhere so you guys, so I can at least be accurate. So anyway, beautiful amber colored candle holders. Love them. Perfect for the fall. Alrighty. And the next item hold on a second. I got this whole side over here. Oh, we're making good time. The next item, I gotta kind of sort of hold this up a little bit. This came from my newfound antique mall. And we were going back and forth negotiating this particular piece because at first, hold on a second, I need a sip. I was like, do I want it? Do I want it or whatever? Do I not want it or whatever? But because I bought so much stuff from him, he was like, okay, Donna, I'll give you a good deal on it. Just, you know, if you want it, I'll give you a good deal. And he did. He gave me a really, really good deal on this. So I couldn't leave it. So I'm going to call it Hollywood Regency style. When I saw a comp on this, I got home and I immediately did a comp on this because I wanted to see. They're all over the place. But I'm going to show you guys, but just know I got to do a little bit more research on this particular piece. He says it's super duper vintage. No, he says it's antique. It's not even vintage. He says it's antique. To me, it doesn't look as antique, but I'm going to show you it anyway. I don't think it's antique. I think it's more vintage. Look at that. Here's the top. So you can see all of these beautiful crystal hanging doobobs on the bottom. There is a light bulb socket in here, which maybe if I tilt it a little bit, you can see just a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see it just a little bit, right? So to me, I don't know if it's modern. I don't know if it's antique. I don't know if it looks, to me, it looks a little bit modern, right? I mean, it definitely is vintage-esque, but the fact that it has some wear and it just looks super cool to me. I love it. Now, obviously, you have to, it's a hard wire. You have to figure out how to hardwire. I have no idea how to do that, but it has to be hardwired. But even if you don't hardwire it, wouldn't that make like a beautiful piece somewhere in your home? Like, right. And I couldn't leave it because he really did. He gave me like a really, really, really good deal on this. It's almost like, yeah, it's almost like he gave it to me almost. But nonetheless, I just couldn't leave it because it is beautiful, right? And it's heavy too. This heavy just hanging it from this wire. So that's that. I gotta be careful with that. All right, so before I move over to all of the items on this table, guys, I gotta show you these two pictures, and both of them are huge. So, so these two pictures came from, remember I was telling you about this, it's like a consignment shop slash vintage slash antique store. Well, she went out of business, and I mean, like, the stuff she had in her shop was amazing. It was definitely amazing. A lot of her items were a little bit priced out of my ability to buy them and purchase them for reselling. But when she was going out of business, she had like a 75% off sale, right? So I saw these two pictures, which are amazingly gorgeous, and I had to get them. So I'm going to stop talking. I'm just going to show them to you. They are gorgeous. Let me make sure I have them right. Yep. So let me just show you. Look at that. Aren't they gorgeous? Like enameled, and you know, they have a little bit of gold, and just love, love, love. Sorry for the ring light. I have no idea how else to show you these pictures, guys, but look at that. These are gorgeous, and the frames are beautiful. Look at the frames. Right? So I was not going to leave them because I got a really, really good deal. Here's the back. Both of the back looks the same, right? So I'm not sure if these come from a, you know, a furniture store or not, but and I'm not afraid to sell items because I believe that these tropical looking prints would go well with your tropical home decor. Somebody's going to love these. So if they sit in my Etsy shop for a minute, I'm not going to be mad. So let me show you the other one. Bear with me. A little dusty. This one is my favorite. Look at that. I'm going to try to not put it in the ring light so you guys can see it. But look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, I got them for an amazing, amazing price. Like amazing. And this thing is heavy too. So those were from the shop. She went out of business, and like everything was 60, 75% off. I bought some other things too, which I've already sold. But those two pictures, I saw at the last minute, and I wasn't going to get them. And then the guy that was checking me out, he says, go get them. Go get them. I'm like, oh, okay. So I went and got both of them. And so he says, I'll give you a good deal on them. And he did. He gave me like an amazing, I could not leave. I could not get them. That's how good the deal was. All right. So the next couple of items, let's see, where I got them is kind of sort of all over the place. So I'll try to remember, which I think I do, where I got these items from. So the next item I'm going to show you is a Murano piece. It's that Bullicante control bubbled. I'm just going to call it like a dish. This came from an antique mall, and it's this beautiful amethyst color. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. Hope you guys can see that beautiful amethyst color blazing through. Isn't that gorgeous? Love, love, love it. Here's the bottom, nice and smooth and polished. Look at that beautiful amethyst color. Isn't that gorgeous? Love it. Love, love, love this. Excellent condition, no chips or cracks. All right, I'm going to put this one back carefully. Sticking with the amethyst color. Don't move. Look at this. This came from the new antique shop, antique mall that I just found. Now, I know you guys see those gold flecks in there. Gorgeous. It looks like an amoeba-shaped Dish Murano. Here's the bottom. I'm not sure if this is Murano or not, but it looks like it's Murano, right? If you guys know different, please do let me know. Isn't that beautiful color with the amethyst coloring in here and the gold flakes and that beautiful pattern on the inside? Love, 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 love this. Here's the bottom. Just amazing. Amazing. So bear with me, guys. I gotta be careful with these pieces. Sticking with the amethyst color, this one I found, you know what, guys? Actually, hold on a second. This one, believe it or not, I think I got from the Goodwill. I put it over in this pile because it was amethyst color. But this one I actually got from the Goodwill. Look at that beautiful amethyst color. It kind of sort of looks black, but I hope you can see. I hope the camera's reading the amethyst. There we go. A little bit. But yeah, this one is a decanter. Now it does come with a stopper. I'm sorry, it's sold with the stopper, right? But I was not able to find the stopper to it. So I'm on the hunt to try to find a stopper that this would originally come with. But nonetheless, the rest of it is in excellent condition. And I believe this is a Faber Brothers of New York. Beautiful, beautiful amethyst and silver plated colored decanter. So I'm absolutely going to find something for that, I know, and then I'm going to get this baby listed. Isn't that gorgeous? Gorgeous. All right, that's that. Guys, I actually even have some jewelry. Let me show you some jewelry that I got. Not that I'm into jewelry, but I thought I would pick them up because these I found at the flea market, and I got a good price on them. So I thought I would just go ahead and pick them up because she gave me like a really good deal on these. So let me just show you this first one. Here's the back. All right. I just thought it was cute. I think those are amber colored jewels on the middle. So this may actually go on my amber color sale. And I'm thinking about it. I think those are amber colored jewels. All right, the next one is a cute little pen. This one is definitely, I want to call it mid-century modern. Isn't that gorgeous? Kind of like a avocado green color. This beautiful jewel in the middle. Hello. I love that. All right, that's that. All right, I found another one. This one, where did I get this little pen from? I think I got this one from the Antique Mall. And it was a good price. It's just a little small pen with a little small sophisticated kitty. And it's so funny because whatever you put it up against, the eyes will be that color. So I don't really have anything. Maybe this. You see? Yeah. So anyway, I thought that was cute. I know that people, I mean, I do sell a lot of items with cats, so there is a maker's mark on that too. I don't know what that says, but you know, we will figure it out. All right, the next item came from my newfound Antique Mall, and it's this beautiful, is this opalescent? Maybe it is. I'm not really sure, guys. I'm getting a little tired, but anyway, this is beautiful. This beautiful blue color. Great price I got on this, just great price. And I just thought it was stunningly beautiful. And of course, I was going to grab this one as well. Isn't that gorgeous? This beautiful blue. I think this is opalescence now that I think about it because it's slightly around the tips of it. I don't know if you guys can see that. And again, here's the bottom. Just very, very unique looking. I'm not sure if it's Fenton or not. I'm not really sure, but of course I had to pick it up. All right, the next item is a Hager USA. I'll show you the bottom. But it's this beautiful Hager koala bear. Very vintage, very cute. And it's so funny, guys, because when I looked this one up, this little figurine does really well. I don't know why people love the koala bear. I have no idea, but nonetheless, this little baby does really, really super well. Hager USA. Isn't that awesome? And this one I actually got from, let me think, guys, about this for a second. Did I get this from the flea market? I think I got this from the thrift store. I really do. I think I got this one from the thrift store. I do. All right, the next two items, guys, I'm going to show you. I actually got these from the flea market. And these beautiful art glass candle holders, if you will. And they are absolutely heavy, so I'm going to put one down because they're heavy. These things got to weigh about 2.5 pounds each. But look at that. Beautiful, right? Perfect for your tropical home decor or your beach house home decor, whatever you have in terms of a beach house. But isn't that gorgeous? These things are heavy. They're like they've got to be at least 2.5 pounds each. But isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that beautiful? Here's the bottom. I'll just show you them both together in case you are thinking about putting them in your home decor. Right? Just gorgeous. All right, guys, let me move this one right here. Sorry, guys, I'm waiting for my son. All right, the next one, I'm 100% sure this is Murano. This one came from the antique mall, the new antique mall. And I'm fairly confident this is called Murano Seguso, maybe? If you guys know, please do let me know. But it's a little small Murano dish. Here's the bottom, nice and smooth and clear. And love the fact that that gold is peeping through. But look at that honey color. Isn't that gorgeous? And I'm so glad the sunlight is coming through my window right now because you guys can see exactly what I see. Oh my God. And I'm trying to speed this up a little bit because I got to show you these Fenton items and this one last item. So, but I hope you guys are enjoying all of this so far because I told you that the items that I found were absolutely, absolutely epic. All right, so that's that. The next item I got from the flea market. And it's this beautiful little cute little acrylic owl. I'm going to call it a tea light holder just because of what it has right there. And it says handmade J&J plastics on the bottom. That looks like some type of vintage. They don't even have an area code. Some vintage label. But I believe it's a tea light holder. And when I saw it, I thought it was great. She gave it to me for like, I don't know, guys. It was a very inexpensive price. Here's the back again. Now, but when I got it home, I didn't notice that it was repaired. There is a repair like right there. It's almost like he got broke off or whatever, and they put it. It's a great repair, but it is a repair nonetheless. And I absolutely would disclose that when I sell him. But isn't he gorgeous? He's lucite and he's green and he's an owl. Like, what a combination. Hold on a second. What a combination. Right? So why not? What's next, Don? I put this one right here. All right, so the next item, let me put this one over here. I'm trying to make some room, guys. Just want to bear with me. All right, so the next item is this beautiful. This one came from the thrift store. Sorry, I put them over here just because it was my antique stuff, and I don't know why. But anyway, look at that. Beautiful cobalt blue or blue hobnail, I don't know, little dish. Just thought that was beautiful. The next one came from my new antique mall that I found. Gorgeous carnival colored little candy dish, maybe little pedestal candy dish. Again, gorgeous. Gorgeous. All right, the next item I got from the new antique mall. And I believe it's just something that, I don't know. To me, it kind of looks like amber, but it's more red than anything else. This is like a little small apple. And I know it's showing up orange there, but I don't think that this glows or anything like that. But it was so adorable. Excuse me. And of course, I had to pick it up. Look at that. Adorable. So that'll go on my sale on the 29th. All right, the next item are a pair of pink depression glass, little mini swung vases. Little pink, little depression glass swung vases. Aren't these adorable as well? So a pair of those, I'll definitely sell them as a pair for sure. All right, that's that. So I gotta speed this up a little bit. The next item came from the new antique mall, and I believe this is, I just looked it up really, really quick. I want to say this is Jeanette. I think it's Jeanette. It's a for my mink. Not that people are wearing minks anymore. Maybe they are. I'm not judging. But nonetheless, it's this beautiful little cute little piggy bank. I just thought it was so adorable. Right? Just so adorable. Look at that. Isn't she adorable? Hand painted. And I want to say this is Jeanette. All right, the next item, I'm going to pull this apart like this. This one, I believe, I want to say it's Viking, but don't get me wrong. If I find it, I'm definitely going to put it up there so you guys can see. But let me just show you the bottom. Here's the top. It comes like that, this beautiful ruby red dish. Just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Look at that red popping through, guys. Isn't that gorgeous? Here's the inside. Here's the top. You guys are seeing what I'm seeing. Look at that beautiful ruby red color. Just gorgeous. Perfect for the holiday. Love, love, love. Love, love that. And it's kind of heavy too. All right, so we're going to put that there. All right, and the next item I found was another Kokeshi doll. These things sell like hotcakes for me, but this one is absolutely no exception. Here is I have no idea. I cannot decipher that, and nor will I attempt to, but nonetheless, this is a Kokeshi doll. To me, it looks like it's in pristine condition. No chips, no cracks, no paint loss or anything, and I totally love that. I have another one that was in my stash. I think I'm going to sell those two together. So I think they always sell, to me, they sell better in packs of two or in sets of two. So that's that. The next item, I showed you this. The next few items came from WhatNot. So bear with me. This beautiful hand-blown rainbow crackle glass little mini picture. Here's the label. This beautiful green color. It's probably about maybe 4.5 inches tall. It's not that tall, but totally love it. Thank you to my WhatNot buyer. Or WhatNot buyer, yep. The next one is a beautiful, I'm just going to call it like a little planter. What the heck fell? Sorry guys, I'm so mad. I don't know what fell. Sorry about that. Anyway, this beautiful planter. He's so cute. He looks so mod. Here's the bottom. No marks on it that I can tell. No chips, no cracks for sure. There's a little bit of crazing, but he is so adorable. Again, this came from a WhatNot seller. Now, this one is my favorite piece that I got from a WhatNot seller, and I believe that it's Murano. And if it's the type of Murano that I saw one very, very similar on Etsy that sold, and I could not believe it. It looked very, very similar to this. And this is just a paperweight, but look how gorgeous this baby is. Look at that. Absolutely stunningly beautiful. I'm going to have to do a little bit more research on this, guys. I don't know, but it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Here's the bottom, right? I got a great price on this baby from the WhatNot seller, but just gorgeous. Another item, the final item that I got to show you guys is Amberina, this beautiful Amberina horse. This came from a WhatNot seller. I could not believe the price that I got it for. So I'm not going to offer it on my WhatNot Amberina sale, but I'm going to just put this straight up on my Etsy shop because this thing is absolutely gorgeous. It's made out of this I don't know if it's lucite or acrylic or not, but just look at that. It's not glass. It's definitely lucite, a heavy lucite and acrylic. But look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, I got like an amazing deal on this baby. And again, I'm going to put this on my Etsy shop as quickly as possible because I thought it was amazing. Just amazing. Amazing. So that's that. Okay, so that I believe is everything, including the pictures. I don't know what the heck fell. I'm not going to worry about it. Hold on a second. Let me just take a sip of my coffee. What am I missing? All right, guys. So, okay. Stand by. what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a pause here, and I'm going to go grab the Fenton pieces, and I'm going to grab that big, tall swung vase. So stand by. I'm going to go grab those two, and then we'll be done. I hope that you guys have liked everything that you've seen so far. So if so, just leave me a comment and say, Donna, you know, ooh, ah. All right, stand by. All right, everybody, I'm back. So thank you so much for hanging in there with me. All right, so these last three items I'm going to show you came from the same vendor at this antique mall that's about 45 minutes away from me. And I'm so glad I found this antique mall. My sister and her husband went to have lunch, I don't know, about a week ago, maybe longer. And on the way back, she saw these antique shops, right? And so she said, stop. And so she made her husband stop, and she took a picture of the two antique shops and vintage shops, and she sent them to me, and I'm like, okay, that's perfect, because when I had planned on taking off a Thursday and a Friday, and I said on those 2 days, on one of the days, I'll go down there, I'll have some lunch, and I'll go shopping and just spend the day all by myself. So boy, am I glad that I did. So first of all, I made a great friend at this particular antique mall. They were amazing women, and the vendor at her particular booth, I believe she was about to go out of town or something, or on her way out of town, and I saw three pieces that I wanted. I knew they were a little bit more than what I wanted to pay, but I asked her if there was any wiggle room for her to allow me to get these three pieces because I wanted them, if there was any wiggle room. So she's like, I don't know. I'll call her and I'll ask her. So lo and behold, she did do that, and the owner of the booth came back with an amazing price. I cannot even believe what she offered me for these prices, for these pieces. And so I'm not going to hold you guys in suspense too much longer, but needless to say, two of the pieces are Fenton pieces, and one is just an epic swung vase. So without further ado, let me just show you this beautiful Fenton basket. You guys do see how beautiful this is, right? Look at that beautiful purple color. I'm going to show you the Fenton label, which is right there. And on the bottom, it not only does it say, it says designed by someone, and then hand painted by someone, and then it is numbered. And I'm not sure if that 1950 is it 1950, or was that just some type of production number? I'm not really sure. I'm going to do a little bit more research on these things, but when I tell you that I got an amazing deal on these two Fenton baskets, amazing deal. So, but isn't that stunningly beautiful, hand painted purple? So that one is absolutely gorgeous. That's one. All right, so let me show you the other one. Just 1 second. Try to be careful. Put that there. All right, here's the next one. Right? Absolutely. I don't even, it's like I don't even know which one is my favorite, because purple is one of my favorite colors anyway, right? And if I had a whole purple theme going on, trust me, these would stay in my collection. But as you can see, I'm more of the, you know, the turquoises and the browns and the lighter colors. Gorgeous. So I believe the Fenton label is, I know I saw it. Maybe not on this one, but look at the handle, the applied handle. And this one is absolutely signed on the bottom. Yeah, that 1950 is probably not the date. This is some type of mold number. This one was hand painted by Sue. It looks like it was designed by somebody with the last name Burston, but hand painted by Sue Jackson, number 228, and there's a /1750 number. So I'm assuming that must be some type of production number. But nonetheless, they may not be super old, which is completely fine. Maybe they were sold on QVC. I'm not really sure. But nonetheless, when I did a little bit of research, I found one similar to this that sold on eBay for really good money. Like absolutely gorgeous. And I got two of them. The owner was more than generous in terms of offering me what she offered for me to get these. All right, pardon me, guys. All right, so this final item, I got to step back just a little bit. This is the Epic swung vase that she offered as a part of those 3 pieces, right? Did I buy anything else from her shop? I think I did. I think I bought something else from her shop too, but I'm not really sure what it is. But nonetheless, with those 2 vases and this particular swung vase, like I said, she gave me an amazing deal. So first of all, it's 22.5 inches tall. I have seen them go for like amazing money because swung vases, I think, are kind of sort of the hot thing now, guys. I think. I don't really know. But anyway, I think they are. I have a ton of them to sell. But I'm going to show you just how beautiful this one is. It's not footed. It's just kind of sort of flat on the bottom. But it is 22.5 inches of gorgeousness because this turquoise color is giving me life. Giving me life. Now, it's a little water damaged. I don't know how I can fix that or whatever, but I'm going to sell it as is. I do know that this one will probably not have a problem selling. I'm 100% sure of that because I've seen them online and some of them do have this kind of sort of cloudiness to it. This one doesn't have a lot. It's almost like it's just right in this area here. But nonetheless, it is still stunningly, stunningly beautiful. And I'm not going to have any problem with getting this sold, listed and sold. 22.5 inches of gorgeousness. So that's it, guys. That is my haul, my antique mall, flea market haul. I think that's everything. You guys, you see what I see. You see how amazing this was and how giddy I was. Hold on one second. Let me just put this down so this is in a safe spot. So you guys now see what I've seen. Now some of the items are the antique mall, the flea market, and WhatNot again. And so like I said, not only am I a seller on WhatNot, but I also buy. And there are some amazing, if you guys have not signed up for WhatNot, you probably should because some of the people are just like me. They're just trying to like kind of sort of get rid of their inventory, right? They're just trying to get rid of their inventory. So they're offering some items at some amazing prices. The shipping is the shipping. The shipping is separate, but that's just like, you know, whatever platform you order from. But nonetheless, I have found a couple of amazing items. I think this piece right here is actually one of my favorite that I got from a WhatNot buyer. And it's amazing. It is absolutely stunningly, stunningly beautiful. It's my absolute favorite item I got from a WhatNot buyer. So again, if you guys have not checked out WhatNot, please feel free to sign up. And don't forget that I am posting some WhatNot sales. My first sale is on not my first sale, but I have a sale on August the 22nd. And again, with that sale is everything a uranium glass. I have some pedestal dishes. I have some plates, some champagne glasses. I have a reamer. I have some Fenton swans, or I believe birds that are glowy or whatever. So check that out. I'll put the link down at the bottom. And then the Monday after that, I have a WhatNot sale on August the 29th at 8 o'clock p.m. And again, it's everything Amberina, and I'm also throwing in some vintage Halloween. So I think that's it. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for hanging in there with me. I really appreciate it. I was so excited to get this video out to you. I know that it's been a minute since I've actually put out a video, and I'm going to try my best to be consistent. And then when I do bring you content, I hope it's things that you like just as much as I like. I only buy the things that I like, that makes me have goosebumps. So I hope you like them as much as I do. And as always, if you have not hit the subscribe button, please do so. If you like this type of content, please feel free to hit the subscribe button. And as always, guys, if there's anything that you see here that you want to take a gander at and make me an offer, or we can talk about an offer, that would be great. I'm more than happy to do that with you guys. So thank you again so much. I really appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful evening. I think I'm going to go grab me something to eat. Should it be pizza? Not really sure, because I absolutely am not cooking. We have to take my daughter back to school. She goes back to school on tomorrow. And so my husband was calling me. He's like, well, what should we do? I'm like, well, we'll just take her to school tomorrow, whatever. And, you know, because he's always thinking about food. Like, he literally is like, okay, after he has, like, breakfast, he's like, okay, so what are we having for dinner? You know, I'm like, okay. You know, he's from New Orleans. They like to eat. So anyway, I can't think that far in advance, right? And so since it's just the two of us, you know, I usually cook, but you know, today seems like I want to go out and get me something to eat type of day without having to cook and cut the stove on. All right, guys, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed this haul. Thank you again so much. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and I will talk to you soon. Smooches.